And I'd like to flag that I did make a Freudian slip and called her first name as Natalie, which is her partner at the Sydney 2000 Olympics. Because I used to Google these ladies in my own time at home in a dark room and just look at them in their Speedos and think about if I was a volleyballer. And that moment hit me before, as she came over and hit me and said, "No mate, it's Kerry." So would you please give a warm welcome to our special guest speaker of the evening. She is an Olympic gold medalist in the Sydney 2000 Olympics down in Bondi Beach. I was actually down there. She is also an international team of the decade. She's the #1 Australian for 9 years. Look at that. She's an absolute outstanding ambassador for a wonderful sport, and we welcome you, Kerry, to central commentary position this evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What a great night. It's a pleasure to be here. I actually have been doing a bit of work with the under-20 boys, and it's been really rewarding for me to be able to mentor other athletes. I've been retired now for quite a few years. First time I've been working with the rugby league boys, and they've actually been really responsive. Obviously I'm not teaching them how to play beach volleyball or wear bikinis, but we're talking a lot about self-confidence and just how they conduct themselves on and especially off the field. So it's been a really interesting journey, and I hope you enjoy that gold medal. You can hold it tonight.
I must say to you, this is a special moment for anyone who's interviewing. To have that gold medal around your neck, geez, it feels good, doesn't it? A lot of weight now.
I've got another one actually. It's a bronze. It's just the bronze.
Yeah, chuck it on.
Yeah, chuck it on.
There we go.
Oh, he's a bit sweaty. I might have to wash those things up.
Nasty, I just wet my hair, what's left of it. It's told me to sharpen up. A lot of work goes into these medals, and people think that they see Olympic champions like yourself have a win, and it's like rugby league. People don't realise, and you just touched on that with the 20s you're working with. How much work's going to do? When did you start your journey of becoming an Olympic gold medalist?
I guess I started my journey playing indoor volleyball from not a really young age, but from about 16 I started playing indoor volleyball. Then I played for 10 years on the hard floorboards, and my whole life changed one time at a national championships. I was in the air, I landed, I twisted to get the ball that landed behind me, and I completely ruptured my medial ligament, my cruciate ligament, wrecked my meniscus and cartilage. So I completely destroyed my right knee, and a year later, trying to rehab, get back onto the court, I decided to change disciplines and go for a softer service, and that's when I started playing beach volleyball at the age of 27. So quite late in my career I started and went on and played 3 more Olympics. So, that's obviously a very quick kind of description of those 20 years, but we used to, for example, one of our days would be get up in the morning, train from about 7:30 to 10:30 in the sand. So some of you might find it difficult just to run down to the water, through the hard sand. We did that for about 3 hours. And then in the afternoon go to the gym, and a lot of my conditioning training was in the water, so we did a lot of water running and things like that. And then we'd spend time looking at videos, just like these guys out there on the field, doing all the extra things that you need to do to prepare to win and be the best.
3 Olympics, it must have been very, very special to actually win one in Sydney, on our iconic Bondi Beach. I know we got another Bondi icon down here in Hoppo, right in front of his headquarters.
Yes,
There's a couple of good swords, or a couple of blondes and a pair of bikinis, according to us Aussies, that we expect to win. But in all seriousness, it was a great moment for Australian sport. It was a great moment to happen in Bondi. It must have been super special.
Well, it was super special, but I tell you, the first time we walked out in that stadium in Bondi, it was like a cauldron, There's a little volleyball court right in the middle, and you've got 10,000 screaming Australians around the edge, and every time you win a point, it's fantastic, because it's like, yeah! And you throw your arms in the air, it's fantastic, but every time you lose a point, it's like, oh, and really loud. So, our emotions were all over the place, and it took us about a week to get used to it, but I never realised how special it would be to win such an amazing event in my own country, and it was only recently that I looked back and I remember a moment, not long after the Olympic final, we actually had to go up onto the hill in Bondi, just in the back streets, to do a live interview. And just after the game, we sculled a couple of bottles of water, we were dehydrated, so we got the water into us. We went up onto this hill, we're just about to do this interview with Channel 7, and I needed to go to the bathroom. And there was no public toilets around these back streets where they were doing the interview. And I looked around, and all these people had come out of their houses to see us and to say hi and congratulations. And there was one lady, and I looked at her, I said, excuse me, do you have a bathroom around here? And she said, or a house around here? She said, yeah, just across the road. I said, can I quickly come over and use it? She said, not a problem. And when I came out of that bathroom, that was the moment I realised how amazing it is to be able to play like these guys do in front of a home crowd every week and win in front of, you know, your home country. Because when I walked out, she just looked up at me and she said, I'm never going to wash my bathroom again. When I was famous, yes.
Oh, that's a wonderful story. I mean, I'm sure you had so many great moments. You grew up in Adelaide and synonymous with AFL. Did you become a rugby league fan recently and you're working with our 20s? Did you become a rugby league fan since you're in Sydney, or did you always have rugby league in your heart?
Well, I have to say yes, I had AFL initially, but of course, living here for 16 years, you can't get past the rugby league that goes on in Sydney, so rugby league has obviously been something that I've learnt all about in the last few years. My husband over there, Max, and my 6-year-old son, they're very much into it. We go to as many matches as we can. Very excited tonight because my son got to, you know, hand slap a few of the players over down there when they come out of the tunnel, so only getting to know it and really getting into it now. But my concern is the players, and you know, we see a lot of the players getting in trouble every now and again in the media, and it's been a really hot topic, and so my concern is to help mentor these young guys. You know, they get plucked out of their lives, they come in and they get a bit of money and they play a sport, they're all of a sudden, everything they do is under scrutiny. So it's really important to you know, develop a good culture within the young blokes, because they then come forward and they're the guys that are, you know, out there in the next 10-15 minutes. They'll be the future of this club. So it's important to me to be able to help mentor these guys, and you know, it's really great to have a great role model, whether you're a male or a female, it doesn't matter.
Well, you just touched on the next question. I think everyone agrees with me the importance of the role of women in rugby league, and especially, you know, women like yourself who have achieved at a high level can resonate with these young players. How important is the role of women in rugby league? And last week was Women in Rugby League round. How important is that role?
I think it's great that the rugby league fraternity recognise women in all roles. There was a female referee out there today, that's fantastic to see, but just seeing more and more females involved in sport is a fantastic thing. So I think it's really great, and I think it's just going to grow. I hasten to say this because people might start throwing things at me, but I actually am a Manly Eagles angel. Ooh, Manly. No one heard that. See, no one's listening. Did you hear that? Sorry, but you know, half Eagles, half Rooster.
That's fair enough. I mean, since seeing you, I'm a bit 50-50 myself, so I've got half my wife over here and looking at you and half your husband. But that's a different story. Last question tonight, Rooster score. Do we have a prediction, score prediction there, Natalie?
What did you just call me? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did that purposely.
Said Natalie. Oh, you did on purpose.
Yeah. Come on.
I'm going to get you later. I reckon, well, I said, what did I say over there before? Was it 10-8? Which was last week. 12-8. I reckon 12-8 to the Roosters. Another big, you know, defensive game. Not many points scored, but, you know, hard slog. Very close.
It's in my contract, we can't talk about the Eagles, so I have to ask you a last question. You've got a beautiful looking husband over there, but who is your favourite Rooster?
Who's my favourite? Oh, well, I got to tell you a bit of a secret, because I was asked to speak to the Roosters boys, the big boys, the league team the other week, and I said to my husband when I got off the phone and said, yeah, I'll do it. It was their lunch before they went and played the next day. I said, I hope I get a photo with Sonny Bill Williams, and he was like, oh yeah, and I said, but I'm not going to ask him, I'm not quite like that, you know, I won't ask him. So I do my talk, and the first thing that happens as soon as I'm finished, all the boys come up, and the first guy to ask me for a photo is Sonny Bill, so I got my photo, so I'm going to have to say Sonny Bill.
Yeah, I think Sonny Bill's everyone's favourite. He's a great player. Well, it's a great score prediction. Would you please give a warm round of applause to a wonderful Australian athlete, a wonderful, great ambassador for Women's League, Harry Pothast, another great Australian dude. Seriously, thanks for your time. Thank you for letting me call you Natalie twice. Once as a joke, once as a audience slip. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the game with your family.
Thanks, and you can keep my medals too.
I'm going to get a good photo. Get out here, George. Get a photo here of this great Australian.